Okay, a big update coming in as far as the test series between India and England is concerned. You're looking at the test series starting from the 25th of January, and the BCCI has now gone ahead and announced the squad for the first two test matches that India will be playing. First test match, remember, in Hyderabad, and second one, if memory serves me right, in Vizag. As we prepare for the test series, India have now announced, rather the BCCI have gone ahead and announced the squad for the first two test matches, and there are a few surprises over there. For the first time, you will see, in the longest time that I can recall, there are not one, not two, but three wicket keepers that have been including and have been included in the squad, and still there is no Ishan Kishan. That's the headline over there for you. There is no Ishan Kishan, and all that saga that broke out, let's say, all the saga that broke out in that white ball series that you saw in South Africa, after which you had the two test matches. Ishan Kishan obviously wasn't part of that. He made himself unavailable, citing mental health reasons. He came back to India, and now as well you see there is no Ishan Kishan. But who's over there if there's no Ishan Kishan? Did he, by the way, just about a couple of days back, you heard from Rahul Dravid that he had made himself unavailable for selection for the ongoing series against Afghanistan. Was that the reason why he's not been included again? We don't know. We'll have to wait and watch. But instead of him, and I said that there are three wicket keepers over there, I'll tell you the name of the first two, but let's talk about the one who is the latest addition at the moment, and that is Dhruv Jurel. You'd be surprised as to why Dhruv Jurel is there, but I'll tell you what, you look at his record, you look at his numbers over the last couple of months in domestic cricket, they've really improved, and which is why you now see Dhruv Jurel being given his maiden India call-up. Dhruv Jurel has been included. He is that third wicket keeper. Just to tell you a bit about his numbers, Dhruv Jurel, the exciting wicket keeper batter, he in fact has scored 250s in the last three first-class innings that he's played. In fact, one of those coming against the South Africa A side, and the most recent one, in fact, coming against that Uttar Pradesh versus Kerala match that took place very recently in Kerala. So those are the numbers of Dhruv Jurel, and he's been rewarded for the good performances that he's put in the domestic circuit, and he's been included. Who the other two, you would ask? Well, the usual suspects, KL Rahul and Shrikar Bharat. KS Bharat also happens to be there. So those two, along with Dhruv Jurel, happen to be there. I'll take all of your comments as well. Rookie Techie saying that not having Pujara is a crime. Well, we'll talk about that later, but let me tell you the other names as well, because there is no Mohammad Shami as well. Mohammad Shami also misses out. We here at Sports Today told you that he was fighting a race against time in many ways, and which is why perhaps Mohammad Shami, there were always going to be doubts about whether or not he'll be fit enough. He was fighting a battle against time, because we know it's that ankle of his that's been troubling him for quite some time now, but looks like he's not made enough recovery, and so much so that it will take him another couple of weeks for him to recover, and which is why there is no Mohammad Shami as well. But guess what, there is no Prasidh Krishna as well, somebody who was given his debut cap just about a couple of weeks back in South Africa. The Indian team haven't shown that kind of trust in him again, because remember, there was Avesh Khan who was on the who was there in the scheme of things in South Africa, but Prasidh was still given the go ahead. But when you talk about the test side for the next two matches, or the two test matches that India are going to be playing, the first two test matches against England, there is an Avesh Khan who finds himself in the squad. There is no Prasidh Krishna. Have the Indian team already run out of patience with Prasidh Krishna? That is one thing we will have to wait and see. But perhaps it could also be the fact that you had to pad in a lot of, you had to include a lot of spinners as well, because there's an Akshar Patel, there is a Kuldeep, there is a Jadeja as well, there is a Ravichandran Ashwin as well. In fact, just hold on is there before I give you confirmation on the others as well. Bumrah, by the way, Jasprit Bumrah has been named as the vice captain of the side, and since we are talking about the other, rather the whole squad, we've talked about the bowlers at large. Let's tell you about the batters who've been included: Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma right up top. Obviously, Rohit Sharma being your captain. Virat Kohli, Yashasvi Jaiswal also maintains his place in the side. There is Shreyas Iyer, who you will see bat at number 4. Then you've got rather number 5, because then you'll have KL Rahul as well in this side. Of course, there is Dhruv Jurel and KS Bharat to look at, but you're talking about the playing 11, then perhaps from that perspective you see KL Rahul because of that century that he got at the in Centurion. You'd believe that he is a step or two ahead of Shrikar Bharat and Dhruv Jurel. Then you got Ravichandran Ashwin, Ravindra Jadeja, Aksar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, Mohammad Siraj, Mukesh Kumar, Jasprit Bumrah and Avesh Khan. So that's the look of the Indian squad as far as the first 2 test matches against England are concerned. And 3 wicket keepers, that's the headline for you. There are 3 wicket keepers in the side. You usually just take one as backup, and that was, let's say, Shrikar Bharat in the previous tour of South Africa that we saw. But to have Dhruv Jurel, well, it is a good reward for the good work that he's done in the domestic circuit. But it does raise a few eyebrows to see there being 3 wicket keepers, and then Prasidh Krishna has had to make his way out. Why no Ishan Kishan? That's one of the questions Sidhu Sinha also asking, and I saw Rookie Techie also sort of pointed out, and a couple of others as well. Sarat Chandra Yalamarti also pointing out that we're wasting Ishan's career. Yes, there needs to be proper thought over here, and those questions I think will be asked. You're looking at the pre-match press conference to take place tomorrow ahead of that second T20 between India and Afghanistan, and that will be the biggest and the most pertinent question. I think whosoever is out, if it is going to be Rahul Dravid, Rohit Sharma, definitely that question is going to be asked as to what exactly is happening with Ishan Kishan. Why is it that he continues to be not there in the scheme of things for somebody who you gave a test debut to just last year ahead of Shrikar Bharat in the West Indies? Shrikar Bharat now makes a comeback into the side, and Ishan Kishan's been shown the door. Has he been? We don't know what exactly is the matter. Yes, we know that he had cited personal reasons. He cited mental fatigue as the reason to be stepping out. But then is that continuing to be the case with him? Does he still need an extended break? A break which will then extend to just about a month, one could say. Because if he's not there for the first two, or if he didn't make himself available for the first 2 test matches, then you're looking at him not being there till about the February 7th, February 8th. If memory serves me right, February 3rd, 4th is when the second test match starts. So Ishan Kishan not being there for somebody who was looked at as an all-format player in many ways, scored that double 100 last year. You put him anywhere in the T20 side, he was willing to bat. He got you those runs in the Asia Cup as well. So lots and lots of questions surrounding Ishan Kishan that need to be answered right now. What is it? And then when you had that series against Australia and South Africa, well, this one time you said, okay, the seniors are there. The other time you said, okay, we know what you can offer, but then we want to try out Tilak, we want to try out Rinku, we want to try out Jitesh. All of these guys were then given the chance in the sense that because they were younger guys, and then it was conveyed to him in many ways that, okay, we need to try out the other pool, the talent pool that we have as well. In all of that, Ishan Kishan misses out on his plays. Then there are reports of disciplinary issues which were brushed aside by the Indian head coach Rahul Dravid when he came on the eve of the first T20I between India and Afghanistan, saying that there's no issues as far as discipline is concerned with Ishan Kishan and Shreyas Iyer, as has been widely reported. But things taking a big turn over here, and definitely Ishan Kishan, well, we hope he's in the right state of mind at the moment. He's doing well, he's recovering well. He got that much needed break that he needed or longed for. But serious questions to be asked now as far as the future of Ishan Kishan, and what exactly is it that the Indian team have in mind for somebody like an Ishan Kishan. Plenty of you joining us at the moment right now. I see more people have joined. I'll continue to be here for another couple of minutes, and for those of you joining us right now, I'll quickly read out the Indian squad for the first 2 test matches. Let me first give you the big takeaways. There is no Mohammad Shami, there is no Ishan Kishan, there is no Prasidh Krishna as well. As far as other absentees are concerned, well, you could talk about the fact that there is, by the way, a Dhruv Jurel. That's the other big takeaway. Dhruv Jurel has been given his made in India call up. Let's now begin with the Indian squad. There is Rohit Sharma, the captain. The vice captain, remember, is Jasprit Bumrah, Shubman Gill, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul. There are three wicket keepers. Remember, there are not one, not two, but three wicket keepers. Again, as I said, you usually just take one as backup, but here there are three wicket keepers that have been named in the squad. There's KL Rahul, there's KS Bharat, and then there is Dhruv Jurel as well, who gets his maiden India call up. Then, of course, you've got the three spinners in Ravichandran Ashwin, Kuldeep Yadav, rather four in Ravindra Jadeja and Akshar Patel as well. All four, obviously, we know cannot play. Who makes way for the other? We will have to wait and see. Mohammad Siraj, of course, is there. Jasprit Bumrah will be the leader of the pace bowling attack. Mukesh Kumar remains in the squad. We saw him play in South Africa as well. And Avesh Khan has also been included. Plenty of questions, and I'd like to take a couple of them before I wrap this quick update, and we wrap this stream up. Sidhu is asking, should we have had given Prasidh Krishna more chances? Yes, could have, but again, as I said, and this was something we had talked about when we were talking about the series against England, even when we were, let's say, in that series against South Africa was going on. You knew that there's going to be more spinners. You knew there's going to be more presence of spinners over here. Look at the number of spinners that you've got. Which, if you're increasing that spin base, then of course then the pace base will have to be reduced, or the number of paces will have to be reduced. So that's why Prasidh Krishna misses out. Rohit Sharma, I remember, did say that yes, he had a rough start, but then Prasidh has the right credentials for him to be able to have a good career in red ball cricket. His initiation or his start, let's say, wasn't ideal, or was from or was far from ideal, but that's not to say that they've lost patience with him. Maybe they will come back, but again, you're playing the 5 matches, beg your pardon, here in India, and you're going to be given turning tracks, which is why greater focus on the spinners, and that's why you see 4 spinners. There is Kuldeep, there is Jadeja, there is Akshar, and of course you got Ravichandran Ashwin as well. Do we need pacers on rank turners? Rookie Techie is asking. That's exactly, Rookie Techie, what I was saying. You will not probably have the requirement of so many pacers, which is why you don't have somebody like Prasidh Krishna, who's just given his debut cap just about a couple of weeks back, not feature in the squad. Tejas is asking why Ishan Kishan is not in the squad. Tejas, frankly, don't know. The only reason I can think of is what Rahul Dravid had said just about 48 hours back, that he made himself unavailable for selection for the T20 series against Afghanistan. Was that the reason why he wasn't considered for this series as well? Did he make himself unavailable for here for this particular series as well, or for these 2 test matches? That is something we don't know, but that's the only explanation I can offer right now. We either will need Ishan Kishan to come out and tell us what the story is, or when that question perhaps is asked tomorrow in that pre-match press conference, that we'll have to wait and see, because that's going to be the biggest question on everyone's mind, and whosoever comes for the presser will have to take that question. If it is the head coach, let's see if he gives us some clarity tomorrow, or for that matter, Rohit Sharma. King D is asking, why is Shreyas in the test when he is not in T20? With his technique is, I think, what you were saying, King D. Well, he's the better player, by the way. Spinning conditions, King D, I remind you, he's one of the better batters against spin that you have at the moment, and it is because of his ability to play spin well, which is why Shreyas maintains his place. His test record is good. As we know, overall he's played a lot of cricket in India, domestic cricket as well, so he gives the team management that satisfaction and confidence. Yes, he struggled in South Africa. That short ball has been his Achilles heel for a while now. He was caught on a couple of occasions in South Africa as well, but and he looked out of sorts, let's be honest about that, even though he scored the winning runs in the second test match. But then those couple of balls that he had played before that, you knew he was out of sorts. But you're going to be playing in conditions which Shreyas Iyer is used to, and that's why you have Shreyas Iyer in the side. One of the better players of spin bowling, as I earlier said as well. And look at his numbers, in fact. His numbers phenomenal in India, overall numbers as well. Could have taken a bit at the moment, but still averaging very, very good. Shreyas Iyer. I'll take a couple of other comments as well. Arun Teja is saying, I hope the pitches will play like they did in the 2016-17 series. Test cricket will lose its charm. Okay, I lost that 1 second. Where was that comment? Arun was saying that Test cricket will lose its charm if it lasts only 2-3 days. You're absolutely right, Arun Teja. You want test matches to last much longer. Shouldn't be the kind of affair that we saw that time that you mentioned, where in Chennai you saw matches being wrapped up early. Then, of course, in Ahmedabad as well, things were wrapped up very, very early. So you don't want all of that to be happening all over again. Not good for the health of test cricket, as they say. Sarat Chandra Yalamarti saying, King D asking if Umesh Yadav has been dropped. Well, he wasn't there in the previous test series. Neither is he at the moment. So you would like to believe that he's not in the scheme of things at the moment. Yes, Sarat Chandra Yalamarti saying that Kishan is playing Ranji match from 19 to 23. So he may not be available. I'm not too sure about that. In fact, let me just check. Shubham, are we sure that Ishan is playing the Ranji match?
No, he's not.
He's not. So my colleagues tell me he is not. So perhaps, like I was saying earlier, that is it again the mental fatigue that has taken a toll on Ishan Kishan? I don't quite know. I don't quite know. Let's see. Let's see. But yeah, by the way, speaking of players who could be playing, I think I read that there's a report citing the fact that Ishan Kishan could be playing, beg your pardon, Shreyas Iyer could be playing a Ranji match prior to the test series. Okay, I think, okay, I'll just take the last one. Siddharth is saying, why such fickle selections? One series Prasid, now Avesh. Could be a question, you could ask, but I think at the moment, again, Siddharth, the reason being a rough start, frankly, for Prasid Krishna to begin with. Avesh, of course, a more experienced campaigner, and this series assumes a lot of significance. Remember, you lost some points in South Africa, so you're looking at maximizing as many points as possible in these 5 test matches. With Avesh, you get a little more assurance, perhaps, but even then, I think Avesh also doesn't make it to the 11. You're looking at 3 spinners, and you're looking at Siraj Bumrah. Maybe the other player you could look at if you're wanting a third pacer has to be Mukesh, not Siraj, if you ask me, as to how things stand at the moment. I see plenty of questions, but I'm extremely sorry, can't take all of those at the moment. In case you're joining us right now, we talked about what the Indian squad is, what the make of the 11 could be. So in case you're joining us right now, please go all the way back or just restart this video once again. I'm going to take your leave, but the squad for the first 2 test matches is out. 3 wicket keepers, no Mohammad Shami, no Ishan Kishan. Those are your headlines. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.